Cycling is sort of a universal sport. It's one thing that's participated in worldwide. A company out of Hong Kong is Neil Pryde, and Michael Pryde is here to fill us in on the latest. Michael, as we said, Hong Kong not typically known for a sporting goods company.
Yeah, well, we actually started in 1970 as a windsurfing company, and over the years we've developed many other sports, including kite surfing, where we're also the market leader in. And we know that many of our windsurfers, many of our customers, are also cycling as well. So it seemed like a natural transition to move from windsurfing and water sports into cycling.
And you didn't just want to make any bike. You wanted to make something that was extremely high performance.
Yeah, I mean, for our company, performance and a premium product is the absolutely most important. So we developed these designs with BMW Design Works, which is part of a BMW subsidiary. So as you see, the designs are really unique and really performance orientated.
All right, well, let's talk about a couple of the models. Two models of the Neil Pryde bike.
This one is the Neil Pryde Elise. We call this the kind of breakaway aero road bike. It has a lot of aerodynamic features. You can see that from the head tube. It has a narrow waist here in order to break up the wind, so the wind can pass through on either side very well. And on top of that, we have a camtail effect, which is actually expressed by this truncated structure here, which allows a nice vacuum space in here so that the wind can pass through to the back wheel really clean. So it's got the least turbulence as possible. And this bike was developed using CFD, which is computer fluid dynamics, which is a computer software system. And on top of that, we also did wind tunnel testing. So it's gone through a lot of extensive research and development before we came to market.
And in addition to all of that, it's extremely lightweight.
Of course, it's just over 1,000 grams, so this is considered a really lightweight bike. But actually our other model, Diablo, is even more lightweight, and that's the real pure racing, sprinting bike.
And so when you guys decided to make these two bikes, you were looking at a high-end, more pro sort of lineup.
Yeah, of course. I mean, eventually want to have a pro team in order to market the products, to test the products, in order to get that feedback back into the R&D in the future. So the brand has always been known as a competitive brand, and in windsurfing we have the world champion. We are the best brand in the market. So this is in the DNA of the company.
Fantastic. Well, let's move on to the Diablo up here. Tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah. The Diablo here is meant to be the sprinting, lightweight racing bike. And you see some of the features, some of the proportions are a little bit bigger, a little bit more muscular than the Elise that we saw before. And in particular, the bottom bracket area is much stiffer. That way we get a lot more power transfer from the pedals through the chain into the rear end of the bike. And in particular, this bike has a very stiff head tube angle. And that means that the handling characteristics of this bike is really, really good. It descends really well and a lot of control.
And, you've also, it looks like you've incorporated all the design elements all the way through the other components as well, into the wheels with the arrow-bladed spokes and everything else.
Yeah. I mean, we actually worked with the various manufacturers such as Mavic for the wheels and Shimano for the bike components. We had to make sure that their parts and components were compatible with our frames, and we worked with them very closely in the engineering and the design and development to make sure that they all worked perfectly, that everything was aligned, and that the gears would shift well and the wheels would work well as well.
And what's been the reaction from riders when they get out and hop on one of these?
Oh, it's been amazing. Anybody who rides the bike, first of all, they see the bike, they love the way it looks. It's a beautiful looking bike, designed by BMW, but of course the true test is to ride the bike. And here we have the opportunity at this dealer camp for people to ride the bikes and test the bikes and really get a feel for it. At the end of the day, it's got to be right and it's got to feel good.
And if people do want to get more info on the bikes and where they can find a dealer near them, where do they go?
Well, the best place is our website, neilprydebikes.com.
All right, fantastic. Okay. Michael, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.